Hello, and welcome to this presentation on my Course Reconstruction Experience for the course EDCU6431, Designing Curriculum for Digital Delivery. I am Nigel King. In my course development activities, I have in recent times gravitated towards using the Quality Matters specific review standards for higher education. I am able to connect with it due to its focus on the principle of overall course alignment of learning objectives, learner engagement, learner assessment, and technology. I consider these components to be foundational to an effective online learning environment. This is because it focuses on how course activities will assist students to meet the course objectives. Quality Matters has gained recognition as a research-based, faculty-centered, peer-review quality standard process. I have a preference for and would recommend the QM standard because it ensures that both the technology and course content are current and with a distinction made between required and additional materials. This is of immeasurable benefit to learners who are already feeling overwhelmed by their online course experience. Additionally, it encourages recent online course developers like myself to ensure the competencies that the learners are expected to demonstrate are clearly stated in the course. Now let's move on to restructuring suggestions for course developers. In restructuring the course module, I decided to adopt a bottom-up approach. By this I mean that I maintained a focus on the new course objectives that I developed in order to meet the goals of the new course. All the components are deemed or determined based on meeting those course objectives, and modules are designed around meeting the objectives of the module. I therefore did not assume that the content from the original course would have adequately provided the instructional support to learners to meet the adjusted course objectives. It was therefore necessary for me to review the instructional materials in order to ensure that it would provide the learners with the relevant information to achieve the objectives. In this instance, it became quite necessary for me to provide more relevant instructional materials that would assist learners in grasping and understanding the concepts that they were expected to learn and demonstrate. The original design was based on a single means of representation. Hence, I determined it necessary to introduce multimedia content. The course, despite being delivered in a technology-enabled learning environment, lacked digital variety. A text-based only course limits access by creating barriers to learning for individuals with different learning preferences. I decided to enhance the course by incorporating elements of Universal Design for Learning, UDL. Assessments are a key component of learning because it helps learners to gauge how they are performing in the course. Performance is a key indicator of understanding. Hence, the introduction of new objectives necessitated the creation of a new assessment that aligned with the objectives and content to motivate learners to demonstrate the course competencies. It was necessary for me to also evaluate the workload in order to protect learners from being unduly burdened by any enhancements as a result of the course reconstruction. In conclusion, my overall suggestion is for the course components to be placed under a microscope. This should be done to ensure that any changes made to the course objectives are reflected across the key components of the course. I want to thank you for the opportunity to share my experience in reconstructing this course module.